Falcon 9 was about to explode. The engine nozzles were melting again. No one was going to stop it. Beads of sweat were falling from Elon Musk's forehead. Falcon 9's powerful Merlin engines, huge engines that each produce 85,000 kilograms of thrust, were overheating. "The nozzles are over the melting limit," he shouted as the numbers on the screen read 1,200 degrees Celsius. Chief Engineer Liam Carter's hands were shaking. The young MIT graduate couldn't stop his left eyelid from twitching. "The RP-1 fuel is crystallizing, boss," he said, his voice strained. "This special kerosene fuel solidifies below minus 45 degrees Celsius and can clog pipes, causing deadly explosions." In the corner, psychologist Maya Rhodes was trying to calm a trembling young engineer. Maya, Elon's half-sister, clutched the silver necklace around her neck. It bore the last photograph of her father, who died in the Challenger disaster in 1986. "You ignored last night's test data," she exclaimed. Suddenly all the screens went black. Only the relentless countdown continued. C0003. Elon gripped his wrists as Liam reached for the pause button. The determined look in his eyes said it all. "It's too late. Either we go into orbit or..." Liam's fingers trembled on the console. The pressure gauge on Falcon 9's second stage continued to drop dangerously low. It was now below 65 bars, and getting lower every second. The characteristic hum of the Merlin engines was replaced by a strange shudder. "Boss, the turbo pump is failing," he shouted, feeling his left eyelid twitch uncontrollably. Elon's expression changed. Until that moment, he had only been focused on the data screens. Now, for the first time, he was looking out the window at the wreckage on the flaming ramp. He realized that Maya had grabbed his arm and pulled. This wasn't just the loss of a rocket. There was no news of the team working on the ramp. Maya's voice was shaky but determined. "We need to initiate emergency protocol. We need to call the fire brigade." The broken chain of the necklace around her neck dangled between her fingers. Suddenly, the mechanical voice of the main computer sounded, "Warning, directional control system malfunctioning. Rocket out of control." The data that appeared on Liam's screen was heart-stopping. According to calculations, the wreckage of the rocket. He paused, swallowed. Pieces of debris could fall into a residential area. Elon moved quickly to Liam's side and looked at the screen. "Check the trajectory data again. If the second stage can reach an altitude of at least 100 kilometers. Maya interrupted. "It's too late, Elon. People's lives are at stake." Her eyes shifted to the young intern at the other end of the control room. The boy was maybe only 20 and seemed to be in shock. The image from the security cameras outside flashed on the main screen. The Falcon 9's upper stage had begun to spin erratically, and the exhaust trail it left behind showed the rocket in an uncontrolled spiral. To change the rocket's uncontrolled rotation, it is necessary to stabilize the RCS thrusters, reaction control system thrusters. These small thrusters, used to correct the Falcon 9's orientation, were slowing down the rocket's rotation. Elon was checking the main engine data when he suddenly jumped out of his seat. The turbo pump temperature on the Merlin vacuum engine is over 900 degrees Celsius. Nozzle expansion ratio dropping. This special engine had a 117:1 expansion ratio to operate in a vacuum 4 times more efficient than normal engines. Maya looked at the warning lights on the communication system. Ku-band data link lost. How do we route the satellites? Suddenly, Liam's screen filled with a red alert. See critical warning. Phase 2 fuel tank leak detected. LOX, liquid oxygen, level below 10%. Elon quickly entered a series of commands. Engage the triple redundant power system. Initiate satellite release sequence now. Just then, white smoke billowing out from under the rocket obscured the cameras. In the last image, the crack in the Falcon 9's fuselage was clearly visible. Liam's fingers froze on the keyboard. Hydraulic pressure is 0. There's nothing we can do. Data flickered on the screen, showing the crack in Falcon 9's fuselage widening at 5 centimeters per second. The anger on Maya's face mingled with tears. Same mistake every time. You ignored the crystallization in the RP-1 fuel lines. The necklace in her hand fell to the ground and shattered in the shock wave of the explosion. Elon's voice was metallic cold. Protect all data records. This is a lesson that will cost you dearly. Suddenly, all screens were filled with a white flash. Falcon 9 was violently disintegrating at an altitude of 63.7 kilometers. The exploding turbo pumps of the Merlin engines tearing the aluminum lithium alloy hull like paper. As the fragments dispersed into the atmosphere at 2,500 meters per second, a sonic boom rattled the control room windows. Elon closed his tablet as he stared at the last image of the debris cloud. For the next prototype, he whispered. Outside, the last glimmers of falling metal decorated the sky as dawn broke. If you liked it, stay tuned for more stories and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your location in the comments. For more stories, click on the video on your screen right now.